your ultimate destination for non-stop action and real-life thrillers. Dive into heart-pumping action stories, gripping, true stories, jaw-dropping crime stories, and hilarious funny stories. Whether you're craving adrenaline or a good laugh, we've got it all. Subscribe now and stay tuned for stories that keep you on the edge of your seat 24/7. Urban Story Vibes, where every story is a vibe. What are you waiting for? Subscribe right now before you check out this amazing video.
Tony had always been a guy who wore his heart on his sleeve. After his tumultuous breakup with Sheila, an engagement that once seemed perfect, he swore off love entirely. The pain was still fresh, and he convinced himself that he was better off alone. His friends teased him about being the forever bachelor, but Tony shrugged it off, insisting that he needed time to heal. But life is unpredictable. One rainy afternoon, at a local coffee shop, Tony's life took a turn he never expected. Enter Shondra, a woman with a radiant smile, captivating eyes, and an aura of mystery that instantly drew him in. She seemed different from anyone he'd met before. Confident, witty, and seemingly genuine, she appeared to be the perfect antidote to his heartbreak. Over the next few weeks, Tony and Shondra grew closer. She was attentive, interested in his passions, and shared stories of her own seemingly adventurous life. She was a breath of fresh air, a stark contrast to his past relationships. Tony started to believe that maybe, just maybe, his luck was changing. But as their relationship deepened, subtle cracks began to appear. Shondra would often cancel plans at the last minute, citing vague reasons. Her phone buzzed constantly, and she was always quick to hide her screen when Tony looked her way. Small inconsistencies in her story started to bother him, but he rationalized it. Perhaps she was just cautious after her own heartbreak. One evening, Tony decided to surprise her with dinner. As he waited outside her apartment, he noticed a strange car parked nearby. When Shondra finally stepped out, she looked nervous. She hurried into his car, avoiding his gaze. That night, Tony couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. He told himself to trust her, but his instincts whispered otherwise. Over the following days, he began discreetly investigating. Through social media, he discovered inconsistencies in her stories. Photos she claimed were from exotic trips appeared to be stock images. Her supposed job in a high-powered corporation seemed to be fabricated. It was as if the woman he was falling for was a mask, someone hiding her true identity. Unable to resist his curiosity, Tony decided to follow her one evening. He trailed her through the city, into less familiar neighborhoods, until he saw her meet with a man in a dimly lit alley. Their exchange was tense, hurried, and filled with whispered conversations. Tony's heart pounded. Who was she really? Was she involved in something dangerous? He confronted her the next day. Shondra, caught off guard, faltered. Her facade cracked, revealing a side of her he had never imagined. She admitted to being part of a clandestine operation, an undercover agent working on a sensitive case involving organized crime, espionage, and blackmail. She had kept her true identity hidden to protect herself and those around her. Tony was stunned. The woman he thought he knew was entangled in a dangerous game, risking her life every day. She begged him not to judge her, explaining that her work was vital but dangerous. She had fallen for him, but her world was riddled with secrets and lies. She couldn't tell him the truth until she was sure he was trustworthy. Her enemies were relentless, and her past was riddled with betrayal, corruption, and danger. She warned him that her enemies might come after him if he got too involved. Just as Tony was beginning to process everything, danger struck. Men in black suits raided her apartment, searching for her. Shondra was forced to disappear, leaving a cryptic message for Tony: trust no one, stay safe. Now, he was thrown into a world of espionage and conspiracy, completely unprepared but unwilling to walk away. Tony, driven by love and a newfound sense of purpose, decided to help her. He uncovered evidence that could expose the criminal syndicate she was fighting against. It became a race against time, with threats lurking at every corner. Every step brought him closer to the truth and closer to danger. In a dramatic showdown, Tony confronted the mastermind behind the crime ring, an unexpected figure from Shondra's past, her former partner who had betrayed her and set her up. It was a shocking revelation that turned everything upside down. The woman he thought was innocent was actually a victim of her circumstances, fighting to clear her name and protect her loved ones. In the end, Shondra's secrets were fully revealed, and Tony had to decide whether to trust her completely or walk away. Their bond was tested to its limits, but love, resilience, and truth ultimately prevailed. Months later, Tony and Shondra started anew, this time with honesty and understanding at their core. The scars of their journey remained, but they knew that life's unexpected twists had forged a bond stronger.